Whoops. Couldn't see much that way, could you guys? Matt M. Roy back once again. Back to you live from Greene, New York. Oh, finally, time to rest and relax a little bit here. It is gorgeous here right now. This is Friday night. It is 8:30-ish, sometime like that. About 60 degrees out right now. Gorgeous, gorgeous weather. And let's see, we got two people here right now. I386, hey Matt, hello back to you. The light here isn't the greatest, but we'll make do. I might get Mom to come out. Not sure. She might be a little shy. She's watching the Hunger Games right now. Not even sure which one. I think it might be the second one. Let's see. I386, building your own system. Nice. Nice. Very nice. I'm kind of out of that game. I'm more into the buying, selling, refurbishing, and getting them out of my house as quick as I can game at this point. And even though it's late at night, guess what? Got myself a nice cup of coffee. Wound up bringing my Keurig from home. Actually, it's the Cuisinart one that I got. We bring in the carts, small enough to where we can take it with us. And I went and bought a whole bunch of K-Cups from the local Village Variety. If you guys don't remember that, check out my videos from the past, specifically the one where I walked through the local Village Variety. It is a local store here, a local grocery store. It's really like a liquidation store where they get a lot of the stuff that's about to expire, and they have huge markdowns. I got a case of McCafe medium roast coffee, 84 K-Cups for $26.99, and they're almost sold out right now. I'll have to talk to the owner, Mike, and see if they're getting any more in, but really, really good coffee. I also picked up a bunch of these Smart Balance peanut butter, jars of peanut butter. Really, really good stuff. No hydrogenated oil, no corn syrup or anything like that. I got those for $2.50 for a jar. So again, not a bad price, especially for the natural stuff, whereas the natural stuff usually sells for a lot. Believe me, this is a really good store. They have a lot of other things there. They have things like salad dressing, a lot of canned food items. He's starting to get in a lot of frozen food items. He has frozen bacon, sausage, pastries, frozen vegetables, a lot of the kind of stuff that you would find in Dollar Tree or your dollar stores, but a lot higher quality stuff. Because remember, this is the stuff that's just about to expire, but it is still technically good and safe to eat. So if you're ever in Greene, New York, check it out. I don't know the exact address, but just search Village Variety. So we've got some questions here. I am still in New York. Yes, I am in a little town right outside of Binghamton called Greene, New York. Very, very pretty town. You guys have been with me for a long time. Have heard me talk about this town in length for many, many years. I don't know why it has such a hard time focusing on my face. I tell you, I'm not very happy with the way this front-facing camera works. It leaves a lot to be desired, but moving on. No more rants today. Yeah. Mr. Jimmy, peanut butter gives him the runs. Well, you know what? For me, it actually does the opposite, but to each his own. Everybody's system is different. I know with my mom, she, well, let's not talk about that. So it is a beautiful town here. I've been coming here ever since I was pretty much a year or two old. Actually, less than that, because when I was a few months old, I came up to this very house. My parents took me up here to show my grandmother my little face. I was about an 8.4 pound baby. I was a pretty big baby, but not huge. Classic mobiles. My wife had to go to the hospital last night. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it's nothing serious.
Here's where
Stephen Barber, hey Matt, I might pop in and pop out as I'm watching a drunk tech support live stream I got on the new second monitor. Yeah, somebody told me to start watching their live streams, drunk tech support. That would be pretty funny, I would think. I have a hard enough time giving it when I'm not drunk. Like I just spilt my coffee. think I'm gonna put it on the arm here. The he has these little plastic end tables, and they're kind of warped from the sun, so it's really really hard to get my coffee to stay right on there. Yes, I do watch Corey Holzman every once in a while. He can get a little cynical for my taste, but he's all in all a really good guy. Oh, let me readjust here. It's hard because I'm doing this on my cell phone and my arm's starting to get a little tired, but we'll see. We'll do this as long as I possibly can. I-386 left and came back. That's okay. As long as you come back, that's the most important part here. Only got 5 watchers and 1 like. Come on, give me some more likes there. 6 watchers. Carrie's cool, or Corey's cool, but not much fan of the drunk tech support. It is funny, though. Yeah, I can imagine. Kidney infection. Well, we'll pray for her. Please watch Classic Mobile Home's wife. I know people that have had kidney infections, and the trick to there is you get plenty of water. Drink lots and lots of water. 7 watchers, 3 likes. Can't believe how beautiful it is right now. I'm really disappointed because, as you guys know, every time I come up here, I like to go to garage sales. Well, just heard the news report for tomorrow morning, and it is not good. They are talking storms, showers, storms in the morning up until the afternoon, so that kind of put a kibosh on that plan. But there is a local church, my grandmother's old church, I think it's the Congregational Church, First Congregational Church, is having their rummage sale, and that should still be on because that's actually done indoors. I-386, can Windows 10 run on a floppy disk? Not any floppy disk that I've ever heard of. I mean, I guess maybe you could compress and run it like on an LS120, but even that, I would say no. No, I would definitely not. Eric Brunhammer, they just opened an Aldi about 15 minutes from where I work. I no longer have to drive 45 minutes. That is awesome. As you guys know, I love Aldi. I think they're one of the best grocery stores. I am not. They are not paying me to say that. I just shop there all the time. They give me some of. They give some of the best prices for the best quality food. And even though most of it's not name brand food, it's still stuff that that I would be comfortable eating myself and feeding my family. And for the most part, it's all natural and non-GMO. In this day and age, that's really saying something because there is a lot of genetically modified food out there on the market. Seems like the connection's pretty good. I guess you guys are receiving me pretty well. I'm sitting right in front of the street light so I can get a little bit of light on my face, but for whatever reason, again, this front-facing camera has a real hard time focusing. I have to kind of tap. Let me try something here. No, it's not going to let me do it right now. I think I have the auto detection, auto face focus on right now, but I don't know why. It's just having a lot of problems. I'll be honest with you, I think I'm going to keep this phone until the S10 comes out and then probably upgrade to the S10. Because, like I said, this front-facing camera, yeah, I've seen a lot better. My S7 was a lot better than this. I3 cannot wait for my build. Carrie is the one who inspired me. Yeah, it's always fun building your first computer. I've done quite a few builds in my lifetime, and just remember, use the standoffs when you're putting the motherboard in, because I'll never forget the first time I built a computer. I was a young, stupid kid, ignorant, and I screwed the motherboard right into the case without using those standoffs, and I fried my motherboard. So, yeah, be very forewarned. Forewarned, that's something you need to watch out for. AMD Ryzen. Yep, yep. Good. I don't know a lot about the Ryzen myself. I still usually stick to Intel for the most part. But I like AMD systems. My laptop is a Lenovo IdeaPad 320. That's got the AMD A12. older generation than the Ryzen, but it's 7th gen A12, and it's a great laptop for the price. I got that on Black Friday for about $250 at Best Buy, and I can render a video just as fast with that as I can it with my Dell XPS 8700 with the Core i7 4th gen. Andre Mallory, what kind of coffee am I drinking? This is the McCafe Medium Roast that I got from Village Variety here in Greene, New York. Again, great deals there, and one of my favorite coffees. Uh-oh, Eric Brunhammer fried an AM3 Asus Republic of Gaming Gamers board. Ooh, that had to hurt. That really had to hurt. Mr. Jimmy, AMD Athlon XP was his favorite. Yeah, I remember the Athlon XP generation. I had a lot of HP pavilions with that back in the day. You guys remember those blue and gray cases? I had some with, I think they had Athlon XP. A lot of them had the 1800 plus, and some had the 2000 and the 2300. They were nice, but definitely antiquated today, though. Great for Windows XP, as the name in the CPU suggests. My, come on, there we go. I am doing well, Xbox Fanatic 2001. Yep, that's why Eric Brunhammer said make sure the standoffs are in the right place, or that you have them at all, and that was my problem back in the day. Stephen Barber says he descaled his Keurig after he followed my video. Excellent. That's one of my older videos, but I stand by it. That is exactly the way you want to do it. So if you have a Keurig at home, about once or twice a year, make sure you follow those instructions and desalinize or descale your Keurig. It'll keep it running smooth for many years, because if you don't, those pipes are going to clog up and your motor is going to go prematurely. Best Intel CPU for its age is the Q6600. That's an Intel Core 2 Quad. It's like a 2.4 gigahertz. Yeah, that's a good CPU. I had that one. I had a couple systems with the Q8400 and the Q8600. The Intel Core 2 Quads were excellent processors. Even today, they can handle full HD. 4K you would struggle a little bit. You really need to get into the Core i5s, at least like a fourth or a fifth gen for 4K. But if all you're doing is 1080p, Core 2 Quad's more than enough. Ooh, Eric Brunhammer just explained that apparently he had a standoff in the motherboard in the wrong place, and it was right under the capacitor. And you guys can do the math on that one. I've seen capacitors explode very violently. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine did a recap job on an LG TV, and he used the wrong capacitor in one of the in the inverter board. Inevitably, it caused a cascade effect and totally melted the whole board. He had to just wind up buying a whole new one online. Thankfully, he didn't take the rest of the TV out with him. The PCB board, the tuner board, and the color. I can't remember the name, but the color board. Everything else was fine, basically. Q6600 was released in 2005, so is old enough to vote, but is a shockingly capable processor at even now. Yeah, I agree. Wow, 2005. I didn't realize it was that old. I mean, I knew that it was like maybe, I was thinking like 2007, 2008. That is one old CPU. Well, I wouldn't be quite old enough to vote. You're talking 10. It would only be 13 years old, so it got about another 5 years. But heck, you know what? Close enough. Your math is, that's all right, Eric. It's late at night. We'll forgive you. It's actually starting to get dark out right now. I'm shocked. Let me see. It's 8. Yeah, I guess so. We need to go about another month before we see the daylight sticking out to about 9. Oops. Appetite for adventure. How has the new Nikon DSLR camera been treating you? Well, the few times that I use it, it's been doing very well. And Tyler from Tyler's Tech Channel has asked me about that. And I'll be honest with you, I've not had a real good chance to use it. With everything that's been going on, I've pretty much been using the cell phone. I am going to try to get some footage up here with it. If not actual video, then definitely some pictures because it takes phenomenal pictures, and I've been reading up on it, how to make the adjustments and use the different preset modes. So yeah, definitely going to be getting some nice shots with that. AJ Mickey plays no tech from the thrift stores. If you're asking me personally, no, not up this way. There aren't that many thrift stores in this area. There's only one, and it's called Thrifty Shopper. That's down near Binghamton, and they really don't get a lot of computer stuff in. As a matter of fact, I was there today, and the only thing they had, even remotely computer related, well, they had two things. They had a Samsung color laserjet printer, which was tempting, but when I opened it up to look at the toner had spilt all over the inside, which is a clear sign that you don't want to mess with it because toner gets everywhere. And they had a bunch of old Dell keyboards, but other than that, no, not really. Though I do have somebody I'm going to be meeting up with this coming week, I think either Monday or Tuesday, locally in Binghamton. He's selling two Dell Optiplex 780s for $60. I'm going to go and snag those and hopefully bring those home. They each have 8 gigs of RAM and 250 gig hard drives, so I can just add a video card, upgrade the hard drives, and throw in a monitor. I should be able to make some good money with those towers. And I'm gonna look at some more on Craigslist here, but generally, it's not great up here for computers, and I really, really want to relax. I need to relax. This past week has been fun, but not very relaxing, if you guys know what I mean. I am going to switch hands because this hand's starting to go numb from me holding this phone. Mr. G, best thing I ever got at a Salvation Army was a secondhand i5 Toshiba laptop with 8 gigs of RAM for $5. Oh, and a 320 gig hard drive. That is a steal. I've never gotten a laptop with an i5. I've had that. The best one I got was that Asus desktop with the Core i7 in it. There we go. I got to try to go like this. See, I'm trying to get in front of the street light here. Do you know you skip over me a lot? No, I don't, Classic Mobile Home. I'm sorry. It's very hard to get everybody. Please don't take offense if I don't get to your questions, all of your questions. It's very hard because I have a lot of these comments and questions coming at me at once. So if I miss one every once in a while, I do apologize. My HP ProBook has an i5. Yep, same as Eric Brunhammer. Eric Brunhammer has a ProBook that had an i5 that he upgraded to an i7, which I have a lot of respect because I usually don't mess with laptop processor upgrades. I don't like doing it. If I do it, it's very, very seldom, and it's usually for my personal use. AJ Mickey's Plays. I got a Chromebook from a friend for free, repaired it, and flipped it for $180. Thumbs up on that one. Nothing wrong with being a reseller. I do it. I love it. You can make money. You can give somebody a good system or a good product in the long run. Amazes me every time. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Eric Brunhammer's elite book. I wonder what the difference between the Pro book and the Elite book is. I'm guessing the Elite book is just a higher end Pro book. Again, I'm not an expert when it comes to laptops. NWS Storm Chaser says hi. Hello to you. 13 watchers, 7 likes. Come on, guys. Give me some more likes here. Yes, my mother's voice definitely carries. Let me see if I can get her out here. Hey, Mom! You want to come outside? No, she doesn't want to be on the... We're doing a live stream. Okay, yeah. No, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want... Mom says hi, but she doesn't want to come out. She's being shy today. Classic mobile home. I forgive you, and my wife will be home Saturday, and I have an Acer 703XC. That's classic mobile home. I386 wants his own shop, like I do. Maybe in the near future. That would be awesome. Yeah, with the way the economy is, and I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but you never know. You want to stay optimistic, stay positive. Eric Brunhammer, the nice part about the professional models or game models is they do have socketed processors. Yes. Versus the, I'm assuming you're referring to versus the ones that have the nubs on them. I can't think of what they're called right now. It's late. I've been driving all day. I'll tell you guys what our itinerary was. We left my aunt's house in Wellsville. It's only really about a 3-hour drive there, but I drove the whole way. We came down. We drove to Binghamton. I went to Dollar Tree so I could pick up some more of those waters, those vitamin waters. And then we went to Boscov's department store where I bought a whole bunch of shirts. They had a sale going on. They were patriotic shirts, and I might show those in the vlog tomorrow. Got those for $3.99 each, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Then we were getting hungry, so we stopped at Cracker Barrel. I had the what is it called? The Old Timers breakfast, which was the pancakes, sausage and eggs, and then we came back here and spent some time with my uncle. And afterwards, I actually walked around the town, so I am royally tired right now. That's why I'm working on that second cup of coffee at the moment, just to keep us going here. I386, there's a shop here. The man who owns it said there is not much business. He also refurbishes systems. Also, he repairs. I think most of the business is repairs. That's the hard thing with shops, and that's why I'm reluctant to open one, because you have so much overhead. In my area, even the smallest storefront will set you back close to $1,000 a month. I don't know about you. I can't afford $1,000 a month. That's a lot of money to me. $1,000 a month is, way more than I see. So one of two things has to happen. Either I have to be able to find a way to increase my income to where I can afford that, or I would have to go in together with someone else. And I think the latter is going to be the more realistic at this point. Oh my goodness. Hired Gun says hi. Jorn's World says hi. AJ Mickey plays easier to do it from home. I don't know about easier, but it's definitely cheaper. Definitely cheaper. Eric Brunhammer goes, there's a small garage near where he lives, and they want, with 2 bays, and they want $1,500 a month. It's unbelievable. Now there are some places that you can get the rent reduced, especially if they're having a hard time renting out the spot. But then you have, again, you have all that overhead. Not only do you have the rent, you have electricity, water. What else am I looking at? There's a lot of stuff involved. There's even more than that than you would think. Of course, you have the upkeep. You have to, semi-decorate the store. There's a lot more than people realize to renting out a place. Mr. Jimmy says that rent is crazy. I agree. I mean, back a day when we used to live in New York, some of these small storefronts would rent out for $300, $400, $500 a month, and that was affordable. But right now I would have to be. Right now, I'll give you guys an idea. Working from home, doing what I do, refurbishing computers, doing this YouTube channel, reselling. I work 13, 14, 15-hour days, and sometimes that's 7 days a week. Can you imagine what it would be if I had a storefront and I had to do even more? I couldn't do it. I'd be in a hospital with a nervous breakdown. I honestly don't know how people do it out there. AJ Mickey's plays. Where I am from, someone tried to start up a tech store in the town, and a month he shut it down. There you go. Now, oddly enough, at the end of the street here is a a PC repair shop called Bits and PCs. I love the name, and he's been there for a while. He seems to do really well, but I've noticed that his secret is he doesn't carry a lot of stock. He does mostly PC repairs. I think he does some smartphones and tablets too, but the majority of his work, when I've talked to him, is desktop, laptop, PC repairs. But he doesn't keep a lot of parts in stock, so he doesn't have a lot of overhead there. He has the rent and the few parts he keeps. What he does is, say somebody brings in a laptop and the laptop needs a new fan. He can order that online on Amazon. I believe he told me he had Prime, so he can actually have that overnighted to him, and it's actually cheaper in the long run to do it that way than to keep parts in stock, because that's where a lot of your money goes. And of course, in this town, rent is dirt cheap. I can't imagine he probably pays any more than $200 or $300 a month for that little spot. I386, I bet some people think you do nothing, but I know you work hard. It's not easy setting up a computer and getting it right. Absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, I've had a lot of haters on there in the past say, oh, you do nothing. You work from home. Yeah, right. Well, you know what? Step into my shoes, live my life for a week, for a month. I can guarantee you, you'll be grateful because it is a lot of work. It really is. I'm not complaining, mind you. I've never been afraid of hard work. I worked hard my whole life. Heck, for 4 years, actually almost 5 years, I worked at Sonic and I did every job there under the sun. I was primarily in fountain and ice cream, but I did prep work. I was an assistant manager. I did car hopping. Work fast food. You guys have worked fast food know exactly what I'm talking about. It's hard and stressful work. Appetite for adventure. Well, thank you very much. He says, you rock, Matt. Some of the most genuine, honest videos online. I try. And that's why you will never see a scripted video from me. Well, you have not. You may in the future if I decide I need it. But up till now, nothing is scripted because to me that's phony. I mean, how are you going to script a live stream? I don't know what you guys are going to say. I don't even know what I'm going to want to say. I just think it's fun to do this, to interact like this. Yes, I do. I386, you also help your parents. Yeah, quite a bit. Quite a bit. Though I have some things in the works right now to possibly be getting my own place in the near future. We'll have to see what happens. I got you. I got you. I didn't want to read that one out loud. Yeah, there are a lot of fake YouTube channels out there. I'm not going to name them, and unfortunately, they're the ones that make a lot of money. And I probably could make a lot of money if I was that way, but that's just not me. At the end of the day, I gotta be me. Who else would I be but me? Yeah, wow. AJ Mickey, yeah, my mom is a chef and she has prepared enough food for a large wedding, mostly by herself. That's incredible. I'm a good cook, but nowhere near chef quality. I cook to taste. My taste, usually. Eric Brunhammer still trying to figure out how he wants to move on with his channel. Eric, it's terrible to say. I can't tell you what to do. I've tried doing that with people, and it never works. At the end of the day, you have to do what you want to do. If you're comfortable with doing something, do it. Don't let people dictate to you what you're going to do. Years ago, I had people say, well, how come you're going to vlogs? I tuned into your channel for the tech videos. And I still do some tech-related videos, but at the end of the day, that wasn't what I felt like doing. Vlogging, talking about exercise and fitness is what's important to me now, and then that's what I'm going to do. And if they don't, and if some people don't like it, oh well. Foxy Five Nights at Freddy's sister's location. Oh my goodness, that is a mouthful. Greene is a beautiful place in the morning. Oh, absolutely. I'm assuming you've been to Greene or you live near Greene somewhere. Yeah, my family are filled with chefs, and I am the only one who is interested in tech. AJ Mickey plays. You know what? Yeah, that's good. Everybody has their own passions. Eric Brunhammer, the reason I say that is because I try to mimic what others have done, and I'm done doing that. That is one of the worst things you can do. You can use somebody's channel as an outline to give your channel a direction to go in, but to try to carbon copy someone's channel, it almost never works. I know people that try to copy Kid Behind a Camera, never works. You got to do your own thing. Oh my goodness. I-386. I gave up my own home to move in and help my parents. We live in an apartment. I got tired of the rent, so we got a double wide and are paying for it about the same price as rent. Yeah, absolutely. And that's my dilemma because I can afford a place of my own right now. I could get a small apartment, maybe a trailer. It would be tight, but I could afford it. But it almost is beneficial to me, at least now, to stay where I am because I can help them. They can help me. It's only the three of us in that huge 3,000 square foot house. So that's why I'm on the fence about what I want to do. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, she lives in Greene and goes to the Greene Middle School. That is awesome. Oh man, I'm so glad I see somebody here from Greene. And just call me Foxy. Okay, Foxy, that sounds good. And the kitties, my kitties, from what I understand, are doing fine. Dad's at home. They've been chumming up to him a lot, especially Baxter, which I'm happy because he's not the friendliest cat on the at the best of times. Eric Brunhammer lives in a double wide. It's paid off, and the lot rent is cheap. Best way to go. Oh, excuse me. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before, and I think I have some of the raspberry seeds stuck in my teeth. Wants to focus on my coffee there. Hmm. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel like going to sleep now. I tell you, it's late night for me, especially considering been up since about, well, I actually got up around 8:39 today, so I did pretty well. But it's still been a long day. Oh my goodness, the conversation is starting to wane a little bit. Oh, there we go. Am I using the Samsung or the S9 right now? Yes, this is the Galaxy S9 Plus. I-386, we finally got rain. We planted grass last week. Oh man, I hope you get more rain because newly laid grass requires a lot of water. A lot. Foxy, I just came back from my Albany trip. It was awesome. I can imagine. I've only been to Albany once, and that was a long time ago. Used to go to Oneonta a lot. My aunt went to school there, the college in Oneonta. Yeah, it's hard because what's happening is when I touch to give see the comments, that's when it goes out of focus. There we go. Bingo. I-386 is going now. Have a good evening. Get some good sleep if you can. Matt, seen any movies lately? This is Appetite for Adventures. I'm looking forward to picking up I Can Only Imagine. I have. The new Avengers Infinity War was excellent. I gave that about a 9, and I'm not going to say anything about it because last time I did on a live stream, people yelled spoiler alert, spoiler alert. See, I'm telling you, I'm getting tired because I'm starting to mesh my words together. Am I a Deadpool fan, Andrea Mallory? No, I am not. Sorry. AJ Mickey's, have I watched Black Panther? No, I haven't yet, but I want to. I meant to see that in the theaters, but it left the theater before I had a chance to do it. Maybe while I'm here, we'll try to rent that. Believe it or not, being in a small town has advantages. Being you can still rent videos from a red box. Very nice. AJ Mickey watched it in HD. Best way to go. Appetite for Adventure. Incredibles 2 was out this summer. Yes, I did hear about that. One of my mother's favorite movies was the first one, so we're definitely gonna go see the second one together. I'll probably watch the first one and then we'll go watch the second one right after. Somebody has a bad muffler. That's one thing I remember living up north because of all the rot and rust in New York, especially this area. A lot of people have holes in their mufflers. Best comedy movie, in my opinion, Dumb and Dumber. I love Dumb and Dumber. Jeff Daniels, Jim Carrey on a road trip. The original one's my favorite. The second one, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, very possible. Foxy goes, maybe someday you and me will accidentally bump into each other. I'm probably going to go Sunday. They're closed tomorrow, but Sunday I'm going to go to that Sprinkles ice cream parlor. Probably going to go there and get myself at least a nice cup of vanilla soft serve, one of my favorites. Yeah, I was thinking about that. If there were enough people, I would do a fan meetup somewhere in town. Maybe Bonnie's, or maybe even Mimi's or something. Sprinkles. Oh, they have the best ice cream. We were here last time. I can't. Absolutely incredible. I think it's Perry's, not Perry soft serve. I'm not sure what their soft serve is, but it's very good. There are two things that people call it soft serve ice cream, but around here it's usually called custard, frozen custard. And I get the vanilla with some rainbow sprinkles, or even just the vanilla ice cream itself is really, really good. Somebody's coming here. I can still hear Mom's voice in there. It's incredible. Beautiful, beautiful evening. The temperature's gone down a little bit. It's probably in the 50s now, but yeah, I love it. This is my kind of weather. Making Mr. Jimmy hungry. Well, that's good. You'll have to go get yourself some ice cream somewhere. Being you're in the New Zealand, I think. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. But I'm going to go and end the live stream because my hands are getting tired. I'm tired of switching this phone back and forth. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody, and have a good night's sleep.